Guys, it's about to get real. The US and President Trump want all the smoke right now. And I mean all the smoke. They're gearing up to attack Iran. And we all know when a US attack, it goes down. The goal was to execute Iranian commander Soleimani. Whether it's right or wrong or not, I truly don't know. But my goal is to analyze how all of this war and violence is affecting the Forex market. And we all know news play a big role in the Forex market. It's getting real out here, team. And guess what? It's still money to be made. And I'm going to show you how right after this.
Team take profits. The movement is real.
Team take profits on the move. The movement is real. 50 pips a day. Watch the money drip. Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Jay Wayne, you know, representing Team Take Profits. And it feels good to be making my first video in 2020. I got a nice lineup coming on. And I'm your Forex plug. And if you don't know, my mission is to help you become a profitable trader so you can get your time freedom back and start empowering people that's around you. And if you guys like that, and if you want to be a part of that mission, then give this video a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I'm giving away a lot of valuable content, a lot of valuable info that, quite frankly, nobody wants to give, or they only give a piece of it. So if you guys don't know, we bombed Iran. Now, what we really did was we did a drone strike. Donald Trump, our president, called on a drone strike to kill the commander, Qasem Soleimani. And the reason why Trump did it is because he was plotting some sinister attacks on Americans. All right, that's what he's saying. So Donald Trump motive was to prevent war, not to start war. So, you know, of course he's going to say that, but I believe that's what his intentions were, right? Now, what happens is the House, our allies, they didn't like it. All right. A lot of people, you will see a lot of debates going on. Well, why did he do that? Did he have any justification for going over there doing that, starting that type of war with Iran? All right. So he's saying that, hey, we had to do this because by the time, see, they really wanted to vote. All right, they wanted to vote. They wanted to everybody agree and come up with this great plan and everything like that. But by the time they did all of that, I'm sure the Iranian commander Soleimani would have been disappeared by then, off into the mountains like Bin Laden was. You know, they had to go in there and fight him. Trump just, he sent a drone strike, got him out of there. And the people over there are heated. So then they ended up bombing us. All right, they ended up bombing us. Now, they didn't come over to the U.S. and bombed us, but we got some bases set up in Iran, and they bombed those bases, but none of the Americans were hurt.
No Americans were harmed in last night's attack by the Iranian regime.
They probably already knew what was going on from people in town or whatever, and they just evacuated those bases and took cover. So none of the Americans were hurt or anything like that. And so that's good. But those people, they said that was a warning shot. That was a warning shot. And there's more to come. So I don't know if there's going to be a World War III or what. Comment below if you think that there's a strong possibility that World War III will come from this. As I began to look into this, what's crazy is that the world see us Americans as jokes. They really see the U.S. as a joke. The way that we talk about and downgrade our president, all right, not just Trump, the way that we disrespect our presidents, the way that Donald Trump texting and doing all this goofy stuff on social media, all those prime ministers and the high elects and all of those people, they just look at us like we're a joke over here. And I can't be mad at them for thinking that. I really can't. I really can't be mad at them for thinking that. Because it is a joke. If you look at how they respect their people, their presidents, their prime ministers, whatever it is, they hold them at high regard, respect them at a high level, and if you look at our house and how we debate and different things like that, it looks like a joke. It looks like a joke, especially to us millennials coming up. The way that we see how everything is operating in house and everything, it just looks like a joke, to be honest with you. And what's crazy is that in regards to Forex, this all happened on NFP. What a coincidence. Hey, I don't know, man. I think that some of this stuff got something to do with the market, because this is currency. We're trying to make this a one world currency. That's a big debate in the UN. It's what, the United Nations, they're trying to figure all that stuff out. All of this stuff is tying in together. Here's the thing, what it really coming down to is money, oil, and land. Here's the thing, we're giving all of those people like Iraq and them, we're setting up shops and they're giving them money, lending them money. Oh yeah, take the money. We give you $1 million. We give you $1 billion. It doesn't matter, right? We're going to give you this money, and we have done that. Check the books. But the reason why is because now when you don't pay that money back, now we get to take some of your land. We get to take a little bit of that land. That's what I believe the U.S. is ultimately trying to do. Just like with Puerto Rico. That's what the U.S. did to them. I've went over and visited Puerto Rico, and that's what they talk about. They say, man, they don't treat us right over here. They give us the scraps. And that's what the locals were saying over there in Puerto Rico. That's how the U.S. was doing them. But it's crazy that all of this happened on NFP, and I want to talk about how does all of this relate to the Forex market, because it's sad that if there's a bomb going on, or if there's somebody getting bombed, or any tragic thing like that, or a stock market drop, or the housing market drop, all of that stuff in the Forex market, we really can make money off of it. And I want to just show you how we can look at the markets differently during those crises, and how we can capitalize on it. So let's head over to the charts. I'm done talking politics. It's not a politic channel, but really, to be a well-rounded trader, we got to talk news, because it's highly implemented into these charts, into these currencies. All right, so let's hop into the charts. So what we have on the chart is on the left side, right over here where I'm circling. I make my mouse a little bigger so you can actually see what I'm pointing at. But XAU USD, so that is gold. XAU USD is the currency symbol. And then over here we have the USD CAD. Now, the reason why I brought these two up, because usually on NFP, these two pairs make moves. All right, make big moves. Now you have USD JPY, that might make a move. You have EUR USD. I definitely want to take a look at EUR USD, and GBP USD usually make a move too. But the main player on NFP you will see a lot of times is USD CAD. All right, because when you see NFP on the screen, you will see USD high impact news and CAD high impact news. Okay, CAD. So the Canadian dollar. And then you will see gold as well. That'll make a move as well sometimes. All right. So now the strike, we striked we did a drone strike on the commander Soleimani on the 3rd. Okay, on the 3rd. Now I blocked off the whole day. This is the 3rd. And as you can see, when that happened during that time, the gold shot up, and it makes sense because now gold is increasing in value. All right. So you see right here during that strike that we killed Commander Soleimani, during that day of the 3rd, it was a big increase in gold. All right. The value of gold increased, and it make a lot of sense, right? When you think about it. And then you come over here and you see the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. All right. And that's one over here. And I blocked off the 3rd as well. All right. So from the 3rd, January 2020. All right. This is the whole block. Really, it comes all the way out to here. and then this is the fifth. So all of this. So USD CAD made a sharp push down and came up. I'm not sure what time the drone strike happened. Maybe somebody in the comment section can let us know. But this is the day. This is what it looked like. And it makes just so much sense that gold would increase. The value of gold increased during that time. It's crazy. I don't know the coincidence. I don't know how this all works together, but it does. It definitely does. And I just wanted to show you that. So how to trade during crisis, during war, you know, if you are going to trade. I would say chop the market up. Chop it up. Don't try to swing trade it. Really what I want to say is don't try to catch long trades or try to hold the trades on day trade charts. All right, because you're going to get a lot of whipsaw action, and it is almost better to not even be in the market than deal with the headache. You feel me? So I would say day trade, you can day trade it, but just make sure you follow your confirmations. But the main thing I want to say is chop up the market a little bit more. Don't look at the market from this big canvas and you're trying to just get in wherever you think fits to the direction, and it doesn't matter where you get in. Chop it up from, if you got a range this big, try to chop it up a little bit smaller and catch little, you know, I guess little scalp moves, or they're not so much as scalp moves, they're bigger than scalp moves, because to me scalp moves are, you know, 5 pips, 10, you know, 10 pips, like that type of thing. You can broaden the ranges up a little bit more to, like, you know, 30 pips. Between 15 and 30 pips is where I would say, you know, chop up the market a little bit more. That is going to be the safest way to really trade in crises like this, and during wars and during collapses. Chop it up a little bit more. That way you can get in, you can get out. Your stop losses is going to be tight. It's really have been working for me. And now I was in the trade during this time, and I want to show you what the profit in the trade that I took. So stick with me. So right here, guys, what we have is GBP odd on the daily time frame. All right, and this was a trade setup I sent out a couple days later. They sent out a bomb a couple days after, so the market was still going a little crazy. All right, and so I'm looking at this chart, GBP odd. This is the one I sent out. Now, even through all of this, I still see a classic pattern. You got the left shoulder over here. I marked it up. You got the head and the right shoulder. All right, so now this is our golden zone. All right, if you don't know what a golden zone is and how I find this, then click the video right here in the corner over here, and you will be able to watch that video. All right, and catch up on how I find the golden zones using the Fibonacci. All right, so definitely click that video there. So I see it, right? So I'm like, man, it's a strong probability, because nothing is guaranteed in this market. We don't run this market. So but it's a very strong probability that price is going to shoot back down. And if it does, my plan is for it to come down to this trend line. As you can see, the trend it's been making higher highs, higher lows. And there's something else as well I see, and I'm gonna show you that in a minute. How I identify all of this and how I read all of this structure on the daily time frame. Now, you see the left shoulder, it dropped at this level. Well, that's what I anticipate happening when it get up to that level on the right shoulder. So it's like, in a sense, it's a brick wall that it has to break through. It has to break through the head zone. I guess that's what you want to call it, the head zone. When I marked it up and sent this out to my team, I'm like, what do I call this? Basically, you want to cut off the head, and that's your zone. And I just call it the head zone. So that's why you got these two lines, one from the wick and one to the body. And I basically just draw it all the way through, cutting off the head portion. And that's your zone level where price wants to turn around. All right. And so now, but if it breaks the golden zone, we're looking to go up, making a possible double top up here. All right. But it never did. So now let's go back and see what happened in the charts. So now you have this Elliott wave. Now my man Das pointed this out into one of our tradings. Team trainings. He was like, yo, check out this head and shoulder pattern. And so boom, we mark it up. I'm gonna delete it and then just kind of mark it up for you. You got the 1, the 0 to the 1 leg, 2, 3. Now you want 3 to be the longest leg. You don't want 3 shorter than 1, leg 0 to 1. You want 2 to 3, the 3 leg, you want that to be the longer leg. All right. Now 4, 3 to 4, this leg here, this pullback, you don't want that to go lower than 1. That's the rules of the Elliott wave. You don't want 4 to go deeper or past 1. This little high right here, this structure. So it stopped perfectly. So now we got the Elliott wave almost complete. Now it's just going up to making a higher high. Now what comes after the Elliott wave is the ABC correction wave. And so that's why I marked it up here. You know, you got your ABC and coming down to this potential D area. Now some people go to X to A to B, and different things like that. Keep it simple, do what you want to do, but this is your ABC correction wave coming down. However you want to look at it, this is going to be your ABC correction wave coming down. All right. Now, here's the thing. I see this big uptrend, right? And I want to mark that up. Now, if you look at this uptrend, it really broke and retests right there. All right. So you see how it broke this trend line because it was coming through, and it broke and it retests. Now it retested right at the golden zone, creating you that right shoulder, and that's C. And boom, you got your rejection candles coming in here. Now this is the daily time frame. You want to probably find an entry on the 1 hour or so, right? Because it's the daily time frame. And this is how we capitalize on it. So you can see to my left, I kind of showing you the profits as it was going in. I kind of entered in around, and this was my entry, right? Now that was my first entry. This is the daily. It did pull back on me. If you go to the lower time frames, it pulled back on me, and I took a second entry. And that's why you see now 2 trades running on the chart, GBP odd. And I see 2 sales because, hey, it pulled back. I'm really anticipating this drop, right? I think everybody was. Comment below if you capitalize on this classic head and shoulders pattern. Please comment below. Let me know that you were in the game ready, all right? So I took a second position. I'm like, man, I'm about to make me some bread. But don't get too excited. Always focus on the process over the profits. All right, if you do that, the profits will be a byproduct of that. All right. So entry, now take profit going to be at the zone. Now I did not hold it all the way to the zone. Okay. I did not hold it all the way to the zone, but there's a lot of people on my team that would like to hold it from zone to zone. So I do keep my swing traders in mind. I'm just a day trader, an income-based trader type of, so this was my setup. This was the profits. And I'm like, okay, my thought, remember in the beginning of the video, my thought process is this is during a war, during a crisis. All right. I don't know what's going to happen in this market. And we do see reactions from these type of situations in the world. Okay. So my thing is I'm not holding it from zone to zone. For one, I'm taking big lot sizes. All right. I'm really pushing it with the lot sizes, but I'm really conservative in my entries, and I'm really conservative in waiting for my confirmations, really disciplined. Right. So I can live with the results. And so I'm looking for, to chop up the market. Like I said earlier, I know it's a war going on. I know they're acting crazy all over there. I'm going to take the market in increments. All right. I see this potential price coming down to this trend line, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just hold it that long. That doesn't even make me happy. That's not even my style. That's not even my psychology. Like, I'm just like a day trader, like I said. So I took the approach of going down to like the 1 hour time frame and just chopping it up. Still sticking with my 15, 20 pips. You see what I'm saying? And so I was just riding it, as it was coming down, coming off the golden zone rejection, my entry. I was just riding it down to the different levels that price would stall at. And then I would take profit. And then I'll be done with it. And then the next day, reassess things and get back in if I choose to. And so that's the approach that I took. I really just wanted to share with you what was going on in the world right now, and then how we can still trade safer. All right, while all of this stuff is going on, just take the market in increments, chop it up. Don't chop it up too much, because then you start getting faked out and different things like that, and getting stopped out all the time. But just try to chop it up a little bit, and try not to ride it from zone to zone if you were previously doing that. You know, trade a little careful, and you always can't go wrong with taking, you know, smaller lot sizes, smaller risk. You know what I'm saying? So that's my tip. All right, guys, 2020 first video. I wanted to give you something good, something that can get you going, that is relevant, all right, and that you can use in the times that we're in right now. All right, so I'm always keeping my ear to the street, always keeping my ear to the world, and see what's going on. And hey, guys, I'm your Forex plug. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and let's make this money, baby. Peace.
50 pips.
Hey, wait. Don't forget, Pips Pay My Bill music video is out on YouTube. Don't forget to click the link to check that video out. I will put it at the end of the video. And support your boy. It's only 99 cents. Support the movement. The movement is real. Let's make this money, baby. Peace.
50 pips a day, watch the money drip. 50 pips a day, watch the money drip. Pips pay my bills.